They say, "You are what you wear." And in the theater, this saying takes on its own special meaning. The most bizarre characters can be created by means of costume. The wardrobe department is responsible for these transformations. It makes the right stage outfit for each and every character. Whether it be a Rheintochter, a Meistersinger from Nuremberg, or a nobleman from Brabant. Each and every costume needed for a performance is made to measure for the performer in the wardrobe workshop. However, a great deal needs to be accomplished before the curtain is raised for the first time. It makes sense to start considering things a year and a half in advance. What production is it? How many choir members will there be? How many soloists are there? How many costumes are needed? Then, about a year before we go up, planning becomes more intense. When the construction rehearsal takes place, there is always a costume discussion, because we make sample costumes for the construction rehearsal. They are then tested out on stage, just so that you can check things out, whether this or that works or not, whether you should continue down that route. The work begins with the wardrobe director getting together with the director and the stage designer to discuss the details regarding each character's look and personality. Then he draws the first costume sketches. These may then be discussed with the director and altered if necessary. Then the wardrobe director creates the so-called figurines. These are accurate costume sketches which the wardrobe department and also the makeup department adopt as their master. Characters designed in this way are complete works of art. Makeup, wigs and costumes need to complement one another perfectly. This is why it is imperative the various departments cooperate well at the Festspielhaus. The wardrobe department selects cloth patterns together with the wardrobe director based on the figurines. Then they can begin to draw up designs and tailor costumes to the individual performer. Depending on the opera and scene, the costumes differ in their complexity, but each and every one is unique and made to measure, irrespective of whether the performer is an extra or one of the leads. Depending on the number of performers and the artistic requirements, costume production usually starts early on in the year. For the manufacture of around 170 rat costumes for the choir in Lohengrin, work began in the September of the previous year. And this is just one example of the many elaborate costumes which are required for a production. Of course, the wardrobe department is not only occupied with tailoring new costumes. Size changes, performer switches or simply wear and tear mean there is constantly needlework to be done on the costumes that have already been made. The number of employees changes depending on the workload. Many are freelance costume makers, milliners or tailors. Some are employed by other theatres and work at the Festspielhaus during their holidays. The wardrobe department does not only consist of the tailor shop. Footwear matching the costumes is made or altered in the Festspielhaus's own shoemaking department. And not to forget the laundry. It can be hot work, and with over 200 performers at times, it can be necessary to clean certain parts of costumes overnight.